Hi, I'm Dylan Fern with the ID number 100540059. And this is the building that I choose for my task 1, which is Grand Rapids Art Museum, located in Michigan, USA. And the short form for this museum is called GRAM, GRAM. And these are the prefabricated and mass-produced building materials in this building. And then the main one is precast concrete. The precast concrete in this building are mostly 12 inches thick, which is about 300 millimeters. And the manufacture process is like this. Firstly, they put in the reinforcement bar in the molding, and then after the reinforcement bar are tied up and ready, they pour in the concrete mixture, and then they make sure the concrete mixture are smooth and flat, and then just wait until the concrete harden, setting down, harden, and it ready to use. Then it will transported to the location that they want to build this building, and then they will assemble out. And the advantage of using this precast concrete is that they are ready assembled, and it makes the construction faster than in situ concrete. Besides that, this concrete can bear a high pressure, and according to my research, it can bear like 4,000 to 6,000 psi of pressure. And other than that, the concrete looks flat, and it's in something like rectangular shape. It looks simple, flat, and neat for a museum, which they place in many sculptures, art products, and so this is a museum, so their design is more simple, so it will make the arts products more catchy. And the disadvantage of using this material is that concrete is highly thermal insulated. So when the heat come in the building, it's hardly escape the building. Actually, it's a advantage and disadvantage. The advantage, it is an advantage during the cool days, but it's a disadvantage for the weather, like the season like summer, because it trap heat inside the building. And the next material that is prefabricated and mass produced is the aluminum roofers. And the aluminum roofers that are attached to the windows, they are massively produced, and the manufacture process of the materials is firstly they crush and grind the aluminum into really fine product, and then they go into refining, which is something like melting it in high heat, and then continue with smelting. Smelting is something like they didn't use such a high temperature to mold it. They use they slowly settle down the material, so it won't harden so fast. They just slowly harden it, and then after aluminum is hardened into strip or hardened into a flat piece, they will start to rolling it and casting it into their desired shape. And then the process repeated many times as rolling, casting, because they keep bending the aluminum louvers, and they keep casting it. It's like a really repetitive process until the desired shape is out. And the advantage of using these aluminum louvers is that it is it has aesthetic value. It adds aesthetic value to the building, and other than that, it avoid glare into the building. And the disadvantage is that this material actually absorb heat during hot summer because it's aluminium. It won't stay cool like granite. So it will absorb heat and trap heat inside the building. And for the next material that is precasted and massively produced is the glass windows. We can see that there has many glass windows inside this building. And for the manufacture of the glass window is firstly melting the silicons and others mixture depends on what kind of windows they need, what kind of glass they need. And then after that, refining, melting, making the glass window into molding their shape. And then flood bath, they slowly make the glass window into their shape, but it's some kind of process and annealing which is like already cool down the piece of glass after they make it into desired shape. And then lastly, cutting. Since the glasses are all in rectangular shape, so they didn't mold it using the blowing technique, no, because it's just a rectangular glass, so they just make it in the long strip of glass and then they just cut it. And this is how industrial revolution influenced the buildings materials today. And firstly is the black gold, which is coal. And then the reason why we need coal during that time is that there is the invention of steam engine. As we can see, steam engine is like the heart for making transportation like train. And then after we have this kind of transportation, is make this mining work easier. And then slowly there's the invention of these steam machines started to move on to others machine, like they can mass produce the steel, some metals, and then mass produce products for building others building materials. And then because of the presence of the transportation, now they can transport building materials in large amount. So here came the origin of the mass produce for buildings materials. And these are the interior for the building Grand Rapids Arts Museum. As we can see, it's a museum, so it has a wide interior, and then all of the spaces are quite rectangularish because it's a place for people to present their arts. And everything in here are neat, clean, and simple. And these also are the interior of the museum, which the right side is the gallery for placing their canvas, and the left side is like the foyer, the lobby, as the guests can see the outside view through the windows in here, which are precasted window, and it has a nice view actually, especially during autumn because the trees are in red color. And thank you. This is the end of the slideshow.